I need to go outside and read. It is a beautiful day. I've got my tote bag, I've got my book. We're going out in nature and we're just gonna do a little bit of reading. I'm currently reading The Lost Apothecary. I talked about it in my book haul. I got this one at Target. I already told y'all I'm jumping right into spooky because girl, it is what it is. We're in spooky season. I'm not holding back. Starbucks is also on the way. I like to do like the little obligatory, like, oh, it's the start of fall, pumpkin spice. So we're gonna do that. We'll grab the pumpkin spice, we'll read for a little bit, we'll go to Trader Joe's, we'll come back home, we'll put away the groceries, and then I'm picking up my sister from work this evening. Let's start driving. Starbucks time, bitches.
I'm sorry for the wait. Can I get started for you?
Oh, no worries. Can I have a hot grande pumpkin spice latte with oat milk?
The grande pumpkin spice latte?
Yes, please.
Oat milk. Did you want that hot or ice?
Hot, please.
Right. Whipped cream?
No, thank you.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
$6.99.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Dude, it took like 30 minutes to get the coffee. First PSL. I'm not even gonna hold you, it was worth the wait. And few things are ever worth the wait. This took so long, and now I kind of have to pee. I don't even know if I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's. But I did like a half an hour reading session or so. When I tell you it's exactly what I needed, like I feel calmer, I feel like more grounded, like oh my gosh. This book is really interesting so far. I'm 50 pages in. So Nella, she owns an apothecary. This takes place like 18th century London. Her mother had owned it before, but her mother passed away, and so she took over the apothecary shop. Now her mother used to, I guess, just make potions for good, but not Miss Nella, girl. Miss Nella is making pills and potions. She's killing people, like and she's making the potions to have people killed. All the women in the town know, like, you know, if you need to get rid of somebody, you go see Miss Ella, girl. Like, she's in a back alley, hidden to the back. There's secret rooms. There's all types of stuff. So she gets a letter one day about like somebody who's needing to take care of somebody. And she gets like this odd feeling about it, you know, like this gut instinct, like, ooh, it's giving ominous, I don't know. But she proceeds on. So the meeting comes finally, and it's this girl, it's this young girl, her name was Eliza. She is 12 years old. She's there on like behalf of her mistress. So Miss Nella is taken aback, like, why is this child in here talking about she here for a potion, right? So they get to talking. She's like, Miss Nella's asking so many questions, obviously, like, girl, why is you here? Who sent you? Like, what's going on? Eliza, the young girl, seems very mature for her age. Like, she seems very aware of what she's doing, why she's doing it. They are killing her mistress's husband, and it was like her idea to, you know, whack him at breakfast. Like, Miss Eliza, like, she's in, like, she's part of the plot. She knows what she's doing, like, she's all in. And so Nella's just really taken aback by her, but also like intrigued by her as well. Like, wouldn't you? hate when like people see me talking in the car. It makes me like I hate being perceived. Anyways, we don't know who Caroline is yet, but we're following her story. She was married to a guy, I think, for like 10 years. Long story short, dude is cheating on her with somebody at the JFB. She's pissed, she's hurt. Also, they were trying to conceive and like have a baby and stuff. She's been wanting to go to London for a while. She seems like more of like an abstract, I think she studied like history or something in college, and like her husband is in numbers. I don't know if he's accountant or what, and he seems to be like more practical and stuff, and she seems to be like more of a free spirit, which that doesn't always balance out. So they had a trip planned to London. She finds out the night before the trip that he's been cheating. She's trying to apologize. Oh, I'll make it up to you, blase, 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 whatever. So she's over it. She calls her best friend. Her best friend's name is Rose, I think. So Rose is like, girl, just go take that trip by yourself. Like, you need time away. You need to process. Like, just go. So Caroline goes to London by herself, and she's just kind of finding her way, but obviously everything is reminding her of her husband. And so she goes to this like mud lark thing. Basically is like digging for old artifacts and stuff. So she's doing that, and that's where we're at right now. Trader Joe's is legit down the block, but when I tell you I don't want to go. Anyways, yeah, we're going home. I have to use the bathroom.
First off, bitch, mind your business. Bad bitch every day like Christmas. Tryna make sense of those shades, got me a war in my mind. Ain't gonna be the way. She ain't got the recipe.
I'm gonna be home alone later, so I just want to have a nice cup of tea while I finish reading The Lost Apothecary. I'm starting to get some cramps. That time is coming in a couple days, so I'm gonna do my woman's balance tea, my chamomile. I'm gonna add a little bit of Damiana to it and a little lavender too. So that's gonna be tonight's blend. Oh boy, don't be alarmed. Dude, I've got my tea. I've got my back. I've got deep conditioner in, fresh out the shower, face mask on. It is September 1st. It's like 9:30. Like, never did I think in my adult life this will be peak evening vibes for me. I've got an ambiance going in the back. I put on like an apothecary ambiance. I mean, come on. Look at the lavender hanging to dry. I'm just so excited to read right now. So where am I? Now I'm on page 54. Miss Caroline is still in London. She's doing the mudlarking. So she finds a vial, and there's like a little etching of an animal on it. Like, I wonder what the connection to Caroline and Nella shall be. Might Caroline be a descendant? I don't know. Let's just sip and read. But I just get so hungry. Like, we've got some cereal. We've got our heating pad for our Tum Tum. We're good to go, babes. I just read chapter 7, and now we're getting Eliza's POV, which is a little girl. As we learn more about Eliza's personality, like, she's looking for magic. She wants to travel. She wants like great things to happen to her. So now we kind of understand why they are trying to kill the husband, right? The husband is off his fucking rocker. So Eliza's only 12. You know, as Eliza starts to mature, the husband's looking at her. One time, and Eliza wasn't feeling good that day, so he is like, he offers her something to drink, like, oh, it'll help you. Turns out it's alcohol. She's knocked out. He comes into her room, closes the door. Eliza doesn't know what happened, really. She couldn't tell if it was like a dream or if she was awake, because she's a child and she had just been given alcohol, obviously. We definitely get like obviously inappropriate vibes. So I am assuming that's why we are killing the husband, and if that's the case, I'm all in, girl. Eliza, this poor baby. So Mr. Amwell is dead, girl. Spoiler. Eliza, she does what she needs to do. She does the job. She understands her assignment. And this poor babe, she has her period, but she doesn't know it's her period, and she thinks that she's being like cursed and haunted by it. If it's one thing Miss Eliza finna do, it's gonna be to earn her keep, girl. You know what? You really gotta trust your gut. Nella did not want to serve this rich lady. Lady Clarence is her name. She just had bad vibes about the letter from Eliza. She had bad vibes about the letter from Lady Clarence. Lady Clarence done came up in there and just turned everything upside down. Like, it's giving blackmail. It's giving like, I get what I want. I don't care what you say. We come to find out that she plans to use this poison in a way that Miss Nella does not agree with. Miss Nella is for the women. It's giving, you know, I help women take care of their problems, right? But like, we don't use this on each other. And Lady Clarence was like, in her portrait voice, like, who said that? I feel like absolute crap right now. It's day 2, enough said, right? Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I feel like everything I talk about is gonna be spoiler alerts. But we find out how Nella loses her child, and Frederick, there's a special place in hell for people who do shit like this. Like, you poisoned her with her own shit. Like, you have some nerve, Frederick. And then like, you left her by herself, like, just to deal with this, to grieve. Like, nasty. You never heal from shit like this. There's betrayal in that. Hurt is not even a strong enough word for this kind of pain. No such tincture exists, and I felt that. I felt every word of it. About to make myself my own little blend. I'm having really bad cramps. I'm out of wintergreen oil. Wintergreen oil is so good for like penetrating the skin and like really getting to the pain, but I'm out of it, so I guess peppermint oil will have to do. So I'm gonna take some hemp seed oil, copaiba, peppermint, lavender. I feel like I should add a little rosemary oil too, just to help with the circulation and like get things moving. Yay, Caroline finds the apothecary. It's so anticlimactic for me. Like, I'm reading this and I'm just like, okay, you found it. Like, I want it to be more fulfilled by this. Maybe her having a little more adversity or something, and you know, and trying to locate it and get to the door. I don't know, maybe she couldn't get in and she'd have to come back tomorrow with help or something. We're getting 3 different POVs here. We're getting Eliza, we're getting Caroline, and we're getting Nella. I enjoy Eliza's POV the best, then Nella's, but I don't know. Caroline's storyline is just, I don't know, it's just getting rather boring for me. I hate that for me. Nice rainy day. I'm almost done with The Lost Apothecary. I don't know what happened on this book journey. It started off so good. I was so into it. I was so excited. And then once I got to like the halfway mark, it was just real predictable, real boring, unnecessarily lengthy. But we're gonna finish strong. We're gonna finish this. This is like the first book of like my spooky TBR, so it's only up from here, right? I'm gonna hit up Trader Joe's and H Mart. Let's just drive over to Trader Joe's. I don't know where my mount is, dude. I'm pissed. Now we can't talk when I drive.
One Direction.
Oh wait, this is a cute POV per. Hey y'all. Hey girl, hey. Camp. It's camp. Everything can't be. If everything is camp, nothing is camp. All right, I'm at the Trader Joe's parking lot. So yeah, I'm on page 296. There's 20 pages left. Let's see, girl. In this book, like, so much has happened and then so much hasn't happened either, and I'm just kind of annoyed, dude. What I think is the funniest thing about this book is like, because of Caroline's investigations and snooping, she then becomes accused, or almost accused, of like trying to murder her husband. It's just like, girl, I knew from the minute she started taking notes, like, why would you write that down in your notebook? Like, girl, why? Like, where did you think this was gonna lead? And then let's get into the manipulative husband, James. Like, I knew James was controlling. I knew he was low-key manipulative, but this stunt he pulled, you are mentally ill, sir, and you need to seek help. Like, who does that to somebody? Like, oh my gosh, like the psychological manipulation, the gaslighting, all of it, like, is on such another level. It's unfortunate sometimes that like traumatic things have to happen to bring things to light or to bring you to an aha moment, but in Caroline's case, that's exactly what needed to happen, because James was exhibiting all of these other signs of like narcissism controlling her, like mental, emotional abuse, etc. And she just kind of brushed it off. Also, if I was Gaynor, I'd be pissed. Like, girls, don't bring me into no mess like this. Like, you don't even too much know me. Like, girl, I just met you the other day. Now I'm in front of the cops, like, answering questions on your behalf. Girl, we not cool like that. Like, what is this? What is this? But shout out to Gaynor. She's a real one. She is a real one. Miss Eliza was done so wrong by all of the adults in her life. Who's caring for Eliza? Nobody. She doesn't even know that she has her period. She's 12 and she's caring for the adults in her life more than they care for her. Like, that is some sad shit, bro. You know what? This one thing about me, I love an ambiance, bitch. Like, I love a vibe. Like, reading in the car, in the rain, it doesn't get better. Are we about to cry? Not me about to cry. Who is, I know this person not about to park next to me. Someone's literally parking next to me. If you could see where I'm parked, and they're like 2 spots away, but like, why? I feel like this book is also about faith. Like, really believing in something, having faith in something, and that getting you through life. Like, this book took me on a lot of emotions. I don't want to ruin this for anybody, so I won't say what made me tear up, but the ending is redeeming itself for me. All right, so I just finished it. Yeah, so the ending definitely picked up for me. So, like, I loved the beginning. It got a little slow in the middle, and I guess I kind of get it if we're trying to reveal details slowly, you know, about Nella, about Caroline. Like, I get it, but I just found it like really annoying and lengthy, like drawn out. Like, I feel like this, how long was this book? I feel like this book could have been 316 pages. I feel like we could have done this in 200 pages and I would have been happier with that. The ending did make me feel better, made me a little teary-eyed. And so that was good. But this was, what would I rate this book? I guess I would rate this book like 3.5 stars. Would I recommend this book? It depends on where you are in your life. I feel like if you are in a metamorphosis, transitionary period in life where like you're wanting change, like we're in the last quarter of the year, I think we all thought life was going to be a lot different than what it looks like right now. And so having that in mind and like relating yourself to the characters and the things that they're going through and how they're growing and evolving and changing, I feel like this could be a good read, because the parts of it that I really liked are the parts that like I resonated with because where I'm at in my life. But if that wasn't the case, I don't think it would have had redeeming qualities for me. Do with that what you will. I think on the back this describes it as like a feminism thing. Yeah, it has potions, it has betrayals and checks notes feminism. Feminism. I'm not gonna get into that. The idea of feminism varies greatly depending on who you're talking to. Personally, I would not consider this feminism or a feminist book. Is it focused on women? Yes. Was Nella's character and her mind, did she feel like she was helping women? Absolutely. That does not make a feminist book though. I do feel like for me, the ending of the book did make the whole journey kind of worth it. It made me happy. Like, I was happy with the ending. So that's always good. Another concept that this book talks about, I believe it's like on page 270, is the idea of happiness versus fulfillment. You can be happy with the situation that you're in, right? Whether it's with a partner, a job, friendship, just like your life where it's at. Like, you can be totally happy with it. You can be totally content, but not be fulfilled. And at least for me, not being fulfilled just leaves this big feeling of nothingness, of emptiness. And no matter what you do, it's just this big gaping black hole. It makes me feel lonely. It makes me feel like I don't have substance, like I don't have the tools to fill it. You know, it's such a confusing mental state to be in, because you are happy, or you feel like you should be happy with the things that you have or the things that you've achieved, but not feeling this feeling of fulfillment or like lack thereof is so loud. And Caroline kind of expresses like that's how she feels in her life, and seemingly her husband James feels the same as well. Well, I don't know if he's a happy child, but he wasn't content in the relationship. And so Caroline comes to realize like, hey, on paper, I should be happy. I feel like I'm happy, but I'm not fulfilled. I had all these other dreams and passions that I've lost along the way, lost along the years, and it doesn't make me feel good. And I'm not content and I'm not happy. And I don't know if I do want to bring a child into this. I want fulfillment outside of that. And it's like that concept was super duper relatable to me. And I think after that part, I kind of just thought about that for a while, because I'm now in the stage where I'm trying to find things that do fulfill me and that I am passionate about and that I am happy to do. But living life, like living in a capitalistic society, like, one, good luck finding those things out, right? Some of us know what they are, and that's great and that's amazing, but some of us don't, and we have to do soul searching and we have to try things. But you also need time and you also need resources to find those things and to be able to do it. And for many of us, that's a luxury, like having to work, having to take care of ourselves, our family, like it takes up so much time, so much energy, so much resources, so much money, so much bandwidth. It's I am on the journey of finding my passions and what I enjoy. Like getting back to reading is one of those things. Like I really enjoy it. It fulfills me. It makes me happy. Like I'm so happy. Like I'm like, okay, what book am I going to read next? Anyway, long story short, I love the themes that this book covers, like sense of self, autonomy, happiness versus fulfillment, emotional trauma dumping. Like they're not explicitly said, but they're definitely covered in the book. Gaslighting, mental and emotional, psychological manipulation, just paying attention to the actions of those things and seeing how they manifest themselves in reality and like in relationships and things with people like that. Do you know what I mean? Another part that I also like about this book, or like a theme, is like it's never too late. Like as long as you're alive, you still have time. Like any dreams or anything that you have, things that you want to do, like you're still here, babe. Go do it. Like go do it. Nobody should be stopping you. The only person standing in your way is you. Like do it. Figure it out. Find a way. Might it be difficult? Maybe. It doesn't matter. Let's get her done. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I feel like this is for me. Like, let's get her done. We can do this. This is my first book of my spooky TBR. We solved the apothecary murders. It was an interesting journey. This was cute. And now onward ho. Onward ho. Now I need to go do my grocery shopping. Okay, now I'm actually going into Trader Joe's.